All right, y'all, we are live on this beautiful Wednesday morning. What a crazy time it is, y'all, for these cryptocurrency markets. Blessings to everybody in the name of Yeshua the Messiah, Jesus the Messiah. I do pray that all of you are blessed in multiple ways. We have a lot to talk about in this stream. Some exciting things, guys. Want to talk about Shib, obviously, and some other altcoins. Some coins that I'm currently trading and holding. Shout out to Hector, who says Shib life. Straight to the moon and back to Earth. That's true. That's why we're going to talk about it. How are we going to handle this? How are we going to ensure that we don't hold this thing to the moon and back? As usual, if we can get this stream to 750 likes during the stream, we will be giving away 0.025 Bitcoin. Shout out to Crypto Yacht. Crypto Yacht, one of these days, bro, you gotta come on the stream, my friend. We gotta get Crypto Yacht on the Jason Casper YouTube channel. Yeah, I have to change the intro theme tune. I have to. Bad trader. I will change it. I'll change it after today, I think so. But you know, no matter what I do, Shib is going to the moon. Pull my fib when I'm with you. Got my candles purple and blue. Oh. Shout out to Seesaw for the backup vocals. Shout out to Sloth Poop and Music 5. Can we skip the timer? Of course not. Of course not. All right, what the heck? Let's skip the timer, guys. Wow, I have 70 subs. What's up, y'all? We have some very important things to go over today. Yeah. What is going on? What is going on? Blessings to everybody in the name of Yeshua the Messiah. As you can see, I didn't even have time to put on a regular tank top today. Still got my undershirt on because these gains are just so juicy, guys. They are just so juicy. Got the Pikachu hat, got the upside down crooked glasses on today. And the reason for that, y'all, is because I want to remind everybody, okay, that this is absolutely in no way financial advice. And if you think anything I'm about to say in this video is financial advice, remember this face, guys. Let it be burned into your mind now that if you take anything I say as financial advice, that face will forever haunt you. Okay? That face will forever haunt you. Because you'd be like, why in the world? Why did I think this guy was giving financial advice? All right. One day I will evolve into a Charizard hat, my friend. Let's talk about Shib. Okay, so Shib, guys, is absolutely out of control. And here's the thing about Shib. Shib is like... okay. Shib, last night, it's trading very, very technically, which is why I want to talk about it, because it's not just pumping out of control. It's trading technically. Now, my target for Shib yesterday, if y'all were in the live stream, was this 1.618 target. We can see that we came up to the fib level and to the exact dollar, rejected off of it. We came back down, and where did we bounce off of when we came back down? If we pull a regular fib from which swing low was it? Was it this swing low down here? Or this swing low down here? It was this one down here that I pulled my fib from. We can see that we come down and we bounce perfectly off of a local golden pocket. Okay, a local golden pocket. And then we bounce off the golden pocket, kaboom, and we launch up another 44%. And I have to be honest with you guys, I longed Shib with some very high leverage recently, and I have never had a trade in my life make me this much money in such a short period of time. All right, because in the last bull market, I wasn't leverage trading cryptocurrency, right? I was only trading Forex, and right now, currently, my Shib trade, the last time I checked it, was almost up 2,000%. Absolutely wild, guys. Absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. I just cannot even believe this. So what do I think is going to happen, right? I think Shib still has a lot of potential. I think Shib still has quite a bit of potential to see higher prices, and here's why. Because of the hype, because of the buzz, I think there's still more room for this thing to come higher, much higher. I really do. I'm holding it on spot. I'm margin trading it, leverage trading it. And here's the thing, y'all, about leverage trading. If you want to leverage trade over on Bybit, shout out to my man, Carl from the moon. He loves to trade over on Bybit. What's up, Carl? We should collaborate, bro. Come on, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? So what's happening is it's all over the news. Coinbase is advertising Shib on YouTube advertisements. And when Coinbase is advertising something on YouTube, that means everybody's grandpa, right? And grandma and old neighbors who were very hesitant to get into crypto, right? You know the story about the grandpa. Hey, grandpa, why don't you get some Bitcoin? Ah, son, you know, I ain't into none of that Bitcoin stuff. You know why? Because it ain't real money. That whole thing, that's a Ponzi scheme. I'm telling you, it's going straight to zero. You're trying to tell him the bull run happened in 2017, 2018. It crashes 90%. Your grandpa's like, I told you, son. How you doing now, son? You still able to pay your bills? Right? You're like, yeah, grandpa, I'm fine. You know why? You know why I'm fine, grandpa? Because I'm a trader, right? That means if it goes up or it goes down, it doesn't matter to me. But then the second bull run comes around, and now your grandpa's starting to think, you know what, son? I think you might be right about that there Bitcoin, right? I'm going to get me some of that right now. I'm going to get me some of that. And you tell him, he's like, how do I get me some of this Bitcoin? I don't understand it. What do I do? Like, do I go to the Bitcoin store? You tell him, grandpa, you got to go to Coinbase.com. Okay, he goes to Coinbase.com, and he sees Shib. He's like, you know what, son? I just seen this thing on here. What is it? Shiba Inu? Or I saw this other thing, Ethereum and Litecoin, and now I see this other Shiba Inu. And this thing was like a fraction of a cent. All right, now I remember when Bitcoin was fractions of a cent. And I'm thinking this could be the next Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? So now grandpas are getting into it, grandmas. You know, my grandpa, he talks like a southern hillbilly, but my grandma, she talks like a waitress at a diner in Brooklyn who smokes so much. She's like, hey Jason, you know, I think you were right about that Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm gonna go on to Coinbase, all right? And I was thinking of getting me some Bitcoin, you know, but then I saw this other thing, Shiba Inu, and it was just like blasting off into the stratosphere. So I think I'm gonna get me some of that. Now let's talk about some of these targets for it, okay? If we just do some basic fib extensions here, okay? First of all, it's important to note that we did break out of this channel, this parallel channel that we were trading in. I'm going to turn off all these fibs here. And we came back to retest it perfectly. So really, any time, right? Anytime, if we're watching this thing pump, if there's any kind of TA, and again, this is not financial advice, and let me just say, I'm treating this more like a gamble, right? I took a very small percentage of my overall capital and put it on here. I've leveraged it very high, right? So if I lose the money, but if I get a lot of money because I'm leveraging it high, margin trading it, then it's a very, very good risk to reward. Also, you know, I'm holding a lot of this on spot, and here's the thing: if we're going to enter into an asset like this, we have to make sure that we are scaling out. Scaling out is something that is so important for anybody who is in any kind of investment at all. And here's what I mean. I longed Shib right down here because we came down to a 382 fib level, which is also the midpoint of this channel that we had been respecting. Okay, I saw an opportunity to get in here just based on Market Cipher, which, by the way, Market Cipher is an amazing indicator. I have a 25% discount in the description, right? What I've been doing is I have been taking profits out. I took profit out when we came back up here. I took profit out when we rejected off the 618. And now I plan to take some profits out when we come up to this area, this 2.272 fib area. And I'm scaling out. What I'm doing is I'm making sure that there's no way I can exit this Shib thing with less money than what I started with, or even at break even. I'm guaranteeing that I'm going to make money doing this. And yes, I'm riding the hype. Yes, I'm riding the FOMO. But there's a time and a place for that, guys. There is a time and a place, especially if you're using proper risk management by not risking more than you're willing to lose, something that's not going to set you back financially. Because if you follow this channel, you guys know I'm actually a real trader. I'm not just a FOMO altcoin breakout trader. I'm a real trader. Like, for example, the trade that I entered last night, this ADA trade, up 185%. This is absolutely juicy. Okay, this is like coming to the chart, doing real technical analysis. This was a trade setup that I've been waiting for since the 27th of September. I've been waiting for ADA to come down to $1.80, right? Been waiting for it to come down to $1.80 for a very long time with bullish divergences on the 4-hour. Well, guess what happened last night? We broke down out of this triangle, guys. Look at this trade setup right here. This is so dang juicy, right? Right? This is my long trade that I'm currently in on ADA. And so usually I'm a very technical trader. I'm planning out my trades in advance. I'm doing technical analysis, trying to find those juicy trade setups, you know, that are based on TA and Market Cipher. But sometimes, right? Sometimes. And yeah, shout out to everybody who took this trade with me, man, because this was a juicy one. This was a juicy, massive profits. I woke up to massive profits this morning because of that. And Sol, right? Sol trade. Again, this was a Sol trade setup that I've been waiting for since October 6th. And basically, you know, the trade hit, and I was able to long it literally right from the bottom because of technical analysis, right? By the way, if you want to get into the VIP Discord where we trade altcoins, Ethereum, Bitcoin, have a thriving group of traders in here doing technical analysis, posting trade setups. It's a great community, positive environment, guys. Positive environment. We're all here to help each other out, right? You can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. Also, if you want to learn how to trade, if you want to learn technical analysis so you can find trades like that, go to jasoncaspertrading.com, because this course will give you the knowledge and the skills you need to become a confident, profitable trader. How can I say this? Well, that's what the website says, guys. Of course, this is not financial advice, but what the goal here is to basically show you everything that you need to know if you're a new trader, even if you've been trading for a while, to systematize your trading, to get all the emotions out of it, and give you a step-by-step process to find those setups and know when to enter, when to take profit, and all that. Just added some new content in here, a complete scalping tutorial, a complete swing trading tutorial. There's currently a 30% discount in the description. You can check it out. So now that that's said, and you guys know I'm not just a guy who's coming on here to tell you to buy the hype. There's a time and a place to buy the hype, y'all. We are currently in what could potentially turn into a massive altcoin season. There's a lot of hype behind this coin. I've even heard rumors that Robinhood is going to list it. What that means is eventually, this thing is going to crash, and it's going to crash hard. right? So for now, what my strategy is scaling out, taking profits while I'm in profit, ensuring that I'm not going to lose anything on this, right? And there's two ways to go about this. Like, number one, you could hold it on spot and then just sell back to USDT as the price continues to pump. Number two, leverage trading. Leverage trading. You know, leverage trading, if you do it properly, is a great way to make money because, like I said before, what you can do is you could take, let's say you have like $5,000, right, of play money. $5,000 of play money. And let's say that Shiba Inu gets another dip down. Like right now, where would I look to get into this baby? Well, if I pull the fib from the last dump to the last high, you know, these fib levels down here would be great areas. The 382, if we do come back down to retest not only the 1.618 fib level, but also the 382 fib level, I would totally look to add to my Shib in here, right? And if I had $5,000 of play money, not financial advice, remember, Pikachu hat, crooked glasses, what you can do with that is you could trade this with 20x leverage, right? Where now, instead of trading with $5,000, you're trading with $100,000. You could put $100,000 onto the trade, and if the trade moves, like what literally in one night, in a few hours, we just moved 44%. Okay, so if you have $5,000 that you're saying this is play money, I'm okay to lose it, and you leverage it up 20x on Bybit. By the way, if you don't have a Bybit account, I do have an affiliate link in the description. You can get all the sign-up bonuses and all that stuff. Now you have $100,000 on the trade instead of $5,000. And if it goes up 44%, well, now you just made 44% on $100,000 instead of $5,000, right? What the leverage is doing is it's taking your risk and lowering it because you're only risking $5,000 instead of $100,000, but you're making the profit as if you're trading with $100,000. Of course, in order to do this, you have to be an experienced trader to know where the good entries are. Obviously, if you had just done that and FOMO'd in right up here, well, you would have totally gotten liquidated. So that's why it's important to know a little bit of technical analysis. And if something is going crazy like this, you do want to buy the dips, right? You want to buy the dips as long as something is going crazy like this. Now, again, this is not financial advice, guys, but this is my approach to trading in a bull cycle for coin that has so much hype like this, just so much hype. Okay, I mean, I do foresee this thing going higher simply because of all the hype, right? Coinbase, the rumors of Robinhood, people are just FOMOing into it like crazy. And so sometimes there's a time and a place if you're managing your risk properly to do that, right? And I've done it. I done did it, and I done made me some good old profits. Some good old-fashioned American juicy profits. And yeah, where can this thing go? Can we get up to 1/10 of a cent? Right now we're coming up close to 1/100th of a cent. Can we get to 1/10 of a cent? Actually, I don't have my glasses on. Yeah, we're coming up to can we get to 1/100th of a cent? I don't know. It's very possible. Could we get up to 1 cent? Is this the next Doge? There's so much hype out there, guys. So much hype. So much hype. And if we remember what happened to Doge, and this happened to me with Doge, I never got into Doge because after Doge would pump and everybody would get into it, everyone's grandma was buying Doge, my friends were buying Doge, everyone, because it pumped, and I'm like, pan, it just pumped. That thing's going to zero. Well, guess what? It would come down and then consolidate and then bam, another pump. So maybe this is that. I don't know. That's why I'm kind of into it. Let's see. How's it going in the chat, guys? If we can get 750 likes on this video before the end of the stream, I will give away 0.025 Bitcoin live on the stream. I've got it. It's burning a hole in my Bitcoin wallet right now. Trying to give it away, guys. Trying to give it away. So Ram Kumar V wants to know, should you short it now? I don't know. I can't say that. I can't say that. Will I be doing TA for Bitcoin as well? I could do some TA for Bitcoin, guys. Like I said, you know, Cardano, we had this juicy bounce for Cardano, guys, and I longed it right from the bottom, right from that wick, right from the wick, longed it. How did I long it? I longed it because of technical analysis, guys. Look at this golden pocket Fibonacci level, this white box of support. Bullish divergences, even on the 12-hour time frame, money flow curving up on Market Cipher B. You know, I'm long on Cardano, juiciest gains ever. And again, this was a potential trade setup that I posted it on the 27th of September. So patience, guys. I had to wait a whole month. Wait a whole month. That's another thing about swing trading, guys. If you want to be a swing trader, you have to do your TA in advance, and you have to know what you want to happen. You have to approach the chart and say, if I could have any trade set up in the world, what would I want it to be? And then you just look at that chart and say, this is the trade I would take. So that's what I did. A month later, to the exact dollar, the trade hit. Boom. Get a massive wick. A massive wick. 185% overnight, guys. Overnight, I woke up in the morning to some juicy profits because I had a limit order set down there. And I honestly didn't think we were going to come down here. Right? I saw the momentum building up on Market Cipher. Thankfully, Bitcoin crashed, and that caused everything to crash right here. And do I think we can come up more for Cardano? Well, I'm not sure. Because of the 1 hour Market Cipher B. If we take a look at the Market Cipher B on the 1 hour, it looks like we might get an uneven butt cheeks here. If we get an uneven butt cheeks, that either means we are going to get a something like this, and that will either have us put in a higher low, or even more powerful than putting in a higher low. Let me turn this off. If we put in a lower low, guys, if the price dumps down lower than that initial wick, and Market Cipher B does this, that would be a very, very explosive move, in my opinion, because the higher time frames are poised for explosion. And I am still bullish on Cardano. I'm still bullish on Cardano. But right now, I'm long on it. I've got the stop loss at my entry. So unless we come down to $1.80, I'm going to stay in that long, guys. Yeah. So we could take a look at Bitcoin, too. Let me turn off some of my stuff here. So shout out to White Phoenix. White Phoenix, he alerted me of this potential Bitcoin trade setup, I guess last week, where he was looking at the charts and he's like, look, we have a monthly level right here on October 17th. We got this low. And his idea was, if we come down below that monthly level, we could get a chickens drinking water trade setup where we get a bounce real quick after taking out the low and grabbing the liquidity. And that absolutely happened. This was the month, this was the wick. We came down, got a nice bounce from that. I'm currently long on Bitcoin right now. Let me go down to a lower time frame real quick and turn off some of the TA. And basically, yeah, I'll tell you guys, like, what am I thinking for the Bitcoin? Well, first of all, we have major support down at about 52K. And if we lose 52K, I will actually lose my bullish sentiment here. I will lose my bullish sentiment. So this was shout out to White Phoenix, man, because he was looking at these charts, and I didn't even think about this idea until he brought it up to me. Oh man. Yeah, so he saw this low on October 17th. He's like, if we come below that low, I think we get a bounce. We got a really nice bounce. In fact, if we just look at the initial bounce, it was a 2.5% move so far. Now, if we're taking a look at the 1 hour time frame, we did get a bullish divergence here on the 1 hour, which is, I think, what fueled us to get that massive bounce. But here's the problem. Money flow is curving down, and it looks like we might actually come down and make a lower wave here. And the reason why I think that is just because of the weakness of this bounce. We have not even come back up to test the VWAP yet, okay? And New York opened, and we didn't see any kind of volatility here. They tried to push the price up a little bit and were unsuccessful. If we go to the 2 hour time frame, Market Cipher B, although we are forming a bottom, right? A nice BitBoy green dot here. I don't know necessarily if this is going to get us up, or are we going to come down more, because we don't see a bullish divergence on the 2 hour time frame. We see convergence. And if we go to the original setup, what I really wanted to see to get into a swing position was if the 2 hour time frame and down were giving us bullish divergences. So unfortunately, the 2 hour is not. So I'm a little bit agnostic as to what is going to happen here, right? It is very possible that we could continue to come up from here, especially if we are able to hold this support, especially if we're able to hold the monthly level. The monthly level is coming in at about About 58,822, right? So if we can hold the monthly level of support, that's good. If we lose that monthly level, I'm going to be, I think, closing on my long and hoping for lower. And there are some levels below us that I'm definitely looking to. You know, if we go to a higher time frame here, like the 8-hour, well, first of all, like I said, we have major support around 52K. That is a major Fibonacci retracement area, right around 52K. But before we get to 52K, we also do have a high volume node right here around 55. So if we lose this level that we have now, these would be some areas that I would be looking for, as well as, you know, just noticing the fact that technically, guys, we do have a head and shoulders that is breaking down from the neckline, which you could say is right about here. And if this thing is going to break down and hit its target, well, that target is pretty much right around that 52K area of support. So, you know, I'm looking at that 52K area of support for a potential bounce. And if we lose that area, then honestly, guys, I think we could see much lower. I think we could see much lower. You know, the range that we traded in from October 6th until the major breakout, this, you know, this to me, this general zone right here is our last major area of support before we fall down pretty hard to some lower areas back into the 40s, guys, because we don't really have much support. We just flew up right through here. And yeah, so that's what I'm thinking on with the Bitcoin as far as the corn goes, guys. So let's see what here. Shiba explosion. Can we get 750 likes on this video? Because if we can, I will give away 0.025 Bitcoin. Can you even imagine that? I'm just trying to give away money. I've been trying to give away money for a long time. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you like technical analysis, real technical analysis, as well as sometimes we FOMO trade altcoins like Shib. If you enjoy upside down Pikachu hats, if you enjoy crooked glasses, if you enjoy this type of hairstyle I got going on, guys, okay? Go ahead and like the video. Yeah, let's check out Shib because it's pumping again, guys. Let's check out Shib. Boom! Boom! All right. Yeah, so let's talk about Shib again. Where's my, oh, did I close off my trend-based Fib extension? That's a bummer. That's a bummer. I think we just hit my next target. I think I just hit another take profit for Shib. Yeah, so I'm telling you guys, I think this still has much more upward potential here just because of the FOMO. Just because of the FOMO. And so if you're trading this, if you're investing in this at all, you know, make sure not to FOMO. I'm sorry. Hang on, let me. Well, I don't even remember where I pulled this thing from. Okay. Well, you know what? This works just as well because we currently are coming into another fib level if we just do this. But man, my original targets were basically, you know, just trading so technically, so technically here. I think it might have been down here. Man, you know, it is so interesting when we pull fibs that we are getting, we just look at this perfect rejection off the 2.618 fib extension. And actually we are getting some bearish divergences right here. We're getting some bearish divergences on Shib. So let's say we do dump from here, right? Let's say, just for example, that we do dump. And let me actually come over to my Shib long, guys, which is up over 2,000%. I can't, well, now it's not. Now it's down 1,900%. Okay. Let's say that we dump from here, which we very well may, right? We very well may. This is absolutely insane, guys. This is insane. What we would want to do in any dump, right? If we want to hop into this thing as it's pumping, assuming that the uptrend is going to continue, because it very well may, right? It very well may. What we would want to do is we would want to find an area where we could hop in and not long at this top, which probably so many people just did super high leverage and got liquidated. So what we want to do is we want to find areas where the price has dropped. We want to pull a Fibonacci retracement from the swing low to the swing high. And what do we want to do? We want to long those golden pockets. And look at this, guys. Just look at how technical this is. Shib is trading so dang technically. We just saw that it rejected perfectly off of this 2.618 extension. And then look at this, a perfect bounce out of the fib golden pocket right here. Right? That's how we're going to do it. If you start to see this thing dumping and you want to get in, look for some of these fib levels and be pulling them from swing lows to swing highs, swing lows to swing highs, right? Another area I would be looking for if we continue to dump from here would be back down here, this golden pocket right here, because not only is it a golden pocket, but if we draw a line on the chart, we could see that it's also an area where we found previous resistance, right? So there are ways to get into this without foaming in at the top, and you have to do it with the mindset that we are basically taking a calculated gamble here, right? We're risking money that we can afford to lose. If you do want to leverage trade this on Bybit, I don't know if you can do it on PHEMEX, but on Bybit, and if you don't have a Bybit account, you can click the affiliate link in the description of this video, get a whole bunch of deposit rewards. But basically, yeah, so you can take $1,000, 20x leverage that, and now you're making money as if you have $20,000 on the trade. If you get liquidated, you only lose your $1,000. So if you have $1,000 of play money, say, hey, you know what? If I lose this, I don't care. I'm going to wait for a good entry on Shib, like when we had those dumps, like literally what we just saw live here, where we dumped and we came down and we bounced literally perfectly, guys, off that 618 level. I mean, if you just are watching the charts here, we can find good entries, right? Was that not absolutely amazing? That we got the bounce perfectly off the 618 level. There are ways to do technical analysis and get into this thing. And if you're doing it with money you can afford to lose, you know, you could take a very small risk and make some decent cash on this, guys. Not financial advice in any possible way, right? I'm just saying what I do. Shout out to Philip, who says, thanks for the course. Whooped out the fib and got a perfect entry. Awesome. Yeah, guys, we still have a 30% discount on the course right now. Okay, this course will teach you how I trade. These are my trading methods, right? This is how I was able to long Cardano literally from the exact bottom of that wick, right? Literally from $1.82 from the exact bottom of the wick, 2 cents higher than the actual low. This is how I was able to long Sol. Literally, my entry target was $1.38, and I had this planned out in advance, right? Weeks and months in advance. You can plan out these trades. You can do technical analysis on a chart to know where price is going to pivot. You can look at Market Cipher to tell if you actually are going to get a pivot there or not, right? Check it out, jasoncaspertrading.com. There's a 30% discount. Also, if you do want to get into the VIP Discord where I post every day technical analysis updates, potential trade setups. Also, we have a thriving community of people in here also posting their TA. And they're even, you know, giving potential trade setups. We have really good traders in here, like really good traders. You can go to patreon.com/JasonCasper. Yeah, but as far as Shib goes, you know, if we dump from here more, I'm going to be pulling out my fib. The juiciest place that we could honestly get back into Shib would be down here. If we pull the golden pocket from this dump that we got last night to our current high, if we dump lower, and we not only would we retest the VWAP, but we would retest that golden pocket retracement. Yeah, these would be the juiciest areas, the 382, the golden pocket area. For sure, at least in my book, guys, at least in my book. Let's see here. Let's see. Money flow getting thicker on the 12-minute. Even though we're getting slight bullish, bearish divergences, money flow getting thicker. On the 1 hour, we are getting slight bearish divergences. The last time we had a bearish divergence on the 1 hour was when we had this dump, right? So potentially, Market Cipher prints the red dot here, another bearish divergence. We could come down and bounce off of that golden pocket. Because remember, Shib, I'm pretty sure, did we bounce off of the golden pocket? Yeah, we bounced off some kind of golden. Yeah, look at this, guys. We literally bounced off the golden pocket from this low right here to this high when we got the bearish div on the 1 hour, right to the golden pocket, boom, shot up. We see money flow coming up here as we're printing a potential bearish div on the 1 hour. Yeah, maybe we crash down to this golden pocket, retest the VWAP, and come back up, right? You should always be looking for a reason to get in, right? Not just longing anywhere at the top. So, you know, for example, what we could say is, like, because I got into Shib right here. I literally got in right here, and the reason I got in right there was because I had a reason, okay? We were retesting the middle line of this channel, okay? If we go to a higher time frame, we can see we were respecting this channel, just the most basic TA. And we got a rejection off the top of the channel. We got a very strong bounce off the midline of the channel, came back down to retest the midline of the channel. And not only did we retest the midline of the channel, but we were also getting a bounce off the 382 fib level, holding it perfectly as support. This is where I got into my long trade, my leveraged long trade on Bybit. I'm also holding this on spot, scaling out. But yeah, you have to look for a reason to get in, right? People who just in this last massive pump who longed up here, especially if they were leveraged, they're probably liquidated right now or definitely in the red. So we want to look for a reason to get into this. But as long as the hype is here, the hype is going to keep building, I think, until eventually the hype just blows up, right? We're going to have a giant case of buy the hype and then dump this thing down to zero. But I still think we have some ways to go. So perhaps now we're going to enter into another area of consolidation like we did right here. Or like we did right here as well. And those are the places where you want to look to get in, right? Look to get in when things are not looking super pumpy, right? If right now, in my opinion, if you're trying to get in at the highest of the high, that's not the best time to get in, right? Because right now we have so much downward potential. We don't know how much upward potential there is, except for our trend-based fib extensions. You know, we could see that potentially coming up to the these higher fib extensions here, which have been very well respected along this way up. I mean, look at this, right? Rejecting perfectly off the 2618 right here. This was actually a 1.618. If we just zoom in, we can see that we can use Fibonacci to determine some nice price targets. Rejecting this candle, this wick right down from the 1.618, then bounce right off of a golden pocket, coming back up, rejecting off the 2.618. We just saw we got a little bounce off the golden pocket. There are ways to enter and exit this. All right, let's see here. Wow, we have almost 750 viewers. Did I short Bitcoin today, Jonathan Moore? No, unfortunately I only longed Bitcoin. And it was a kind of a small move. Do we have, how many likes do we have? 371 likes. If we can get 750, if everybody likes this video right now, I'm going to give away 0.025 Bitcoin. If everybody likes this video right now, I'm going to give away 0.025 Bitcoin. Do you know how much how much that is? Let's do BTC to USD. 0.025. Whoops, I mean 0.025. I'm going to give away $1,471.77 right now. If we just get the likes up here. If everybody likes the video. Shout out to Jellybean. Shout out to Ashividi, who thinks we can get up to this high on Shib for sure. Yeah, let's get these likes up, guys. I've been trying to give away this Bitcoin for months, right? What's the deal with Carl? Hey, Carl from the moon, man. You should come on my channel. Here's the deal with Carl. This is a picture of me and Carl from the moon, guys. We met at a county fair. I was trying out tractors. He knew it was me right away because clearly I had my Bible, and everybody knows I'm a huge Bible thumper, right? Look at this big old Bible, man. This is a huge Bible, and I love the smell of old Bibles, okay? Now I'm a huge Bible thumper. Now here I am trying out my new tractor, It was actually an old tractor. It was a used Kubota from the 80s, and I'm trading. You could tell I had Bybit pulled open here. Got my Market Cipher chest tattoo. Got my Bitcoin arm tattoo, as you can clearly see. I have in real life as well. And we were under the pavilion here. It looks like two pictures copy and pasted together, but obviously this is just a black pole that was in the middle of the pavilion. We got into a nice conversation over there, talking about technical analysis, and I told him, you know what, Carl, you should come on the channel sometime. And I think he might, guys. I think he might. I hope he does. Love you, Carl. You're an inspiration to us all. An inspiration to us all. Shout out to DRD911 who subscribed. Yeah, you know the smell of those old Bibles, guys. You know. What was my Bitcoin entry on my long? It wasn't the best entry in the world, guys. It was not the best entry in the world. It was 58.8. 58.8. So I'm like just hanging on to that trade, guys. Just barely hanging on to it. You know, my stop loss is just slightly below my entry. I've already taken 50% out of the trade when we were up here. So you know, at the very worst, it's going to be a very small gain for me. But you know, if I had been watching the chart here more closely, I would have had an opportunity to get in at a better price. But this was you know, shout out to White Phoenix again. White Phoenix in the VIP Discord. The dude came up with this idea. I guess on Friday, where he's like, look, we have this low wick right here just above the monthly. He wanted to take out the monthly level and then get a massive pump to the upside real quick, and that's literally exactly what happened, right? We had the monthly level on the chart right here, boom, and we came below this thing, and literally in the candle that we came below it, you know, if you had been watching the chart to waiting for this thing, you know, when we see that divergence forming, we got almost a 2% move in a matter of minutes, and then if you had stayed in this thing longer, we ended up with like a 2.5% move, which doesn't seem like a lot, guys, but for a scalp, you know, obviously I was hoping to hold this for a longer term trade, but for a scalp, you know, that's not bad profit, right? If you're leveraging it up, you guys know I high leverage my scalps, you know, 50x, sometimes even 70x, depending on the trade setup. You can do a lot if you know, if you're getting those small moves. And you know, like I said, for the course, I just uploaded a new video in here, my complete scalping tutorial, like from the time I come to a blank chart to the time I'm taking my profits, my exact process. You can make money on small moves, guys, but right now for Bitcoin, this does to me look like a just a right, like we're gonna come lower. We are not able to test that VWAP. The bounce was very weak. The 1 hour Market Cipher B looks like we're gonna do something like this and curve down, potentially putting in a lower wave. The VWAP is making lower highs, okay, showing that we don't really have that much power. And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we come down lower. And if we do, then we're coming down to the supports that I was talking about earlier in the stream, right? All right, let's see. Do we have 750 likes? Because if yes, then I got to give away that Bitcoin. No, we do not. But unfortunately, the thing is, I have to head out. I have to head out soon because I have a VIP live stream in about 10 minutes, guys. So, God bless everybody. Thank you for being here. May the Lord bless everybody in the name of Jesus the Messiah, Yeshua the Messiah, and receive this blessing in the Hebrew language. The purpose of this blessing is that the Lord, the creator of the heavens and the earth, would place his name upon you and bless you. Yevarechecha Adonai vayishmerecha. Serious stuff. Ya'er Adonai panav alecha vichunecha. Yisa Adonai panav alecha v'yasem lecha shalom. B'shem Yeshua HaMashiach Elohei Israel, which in English means, may the Lord bless you, may he protect you, may he shine his light upon you, may he have grace upon you, and may the Lord turn his face towards you and give you peace. In the name of Jesus the Messiah, the God of Israel. And, well, that's it, guys. Peace. I'll see you all in the next stream.